Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be discussing some brand new official images provided by Hasbro on some of the upcoming Transformers Studio Series Deluxe class figures in packaged shots. Now the photos that you see before you are all taken by me. I have completely reviewed this entire wave, so if you do wish to see these in a more in-depth format, definitely check out my individual reviews on both the Offroad Bumblebee, Deluxe Class Dark of the Moon Roadbuster, and the Jet Mode version of Shatter. So without further ado, let's check out the first in-packaged image of Deluxe Class Roadbuster. Checking out Roadbuster first, you can see that as with all of these Studio Series figures, he is packaged very clearly on display with the window viewed box. We can also see his one single accessory, that being the miniature Gatling gun, but I also showcased in depth in my review. We can see here that the backdrop that this figure will in fact come with is indeed the same one that the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Ratchet came with, that being the main set of Dark of the Moon Chicago, so it is exactly the same backdrop as we got with the Dark of the Moon Ratchet. I really do like the artwork that they have chosen to opt with Roadbuster. This isn't a piece of art, this is actually a CGI render that has been taken for some of the publicity shots of Dark of the Moon, and it definitely does evoke the sense that this figure looks very movie accurate, much like I also discussed in my video. So definitely a fantastic looking piece of artwork, very armoured up, and this figure is in fact figure number 58 in the Studio Series line so far. Moving right along to the deluxe class version of Jet Mode Shatter, I've got to say that this is definitely a really visually eye-pleasing piece of packaging. We've got Shatter displayed in her entirety with mistransformed wings, obviously to fit within the box. We can see that the diorama she will in fact include is the Sector 7 base when her and Dropkick are actually intercepting the internet. I really love the artwork that they've chosen to go with this figure as well. It's a major departure from the artwork that we saw on the original release of Shatter. In this sense, we do have the wings of Shatter actually deployed, and she looks a lot better than that original piece of CGI design. This figure as a whole is incredibly movie accurate and is really and truly the best version of Shatter released by Hasbro so far, so definitely check out my review to see a more up close and in-depth look at this character. But we can definitely see from the artwork that this is definitely taken from a unused piece of promo art from the movie, just as this is more of a CGI render than some of the more artistic approaches that Hasbro have gone with some of the most recent Studio Series releases. And then finally, turning to the third and final figure within this deluxe class wave, we can see here that we have the in-package shot of the Offroad Bumblebee displayed within its entirety. We can also see his arm cannon accessory off to the right hand side, depending on how you are looking at it. We can see that the figure will in fact include the Grand Canyon backdrop, obviously to evoke where this figure actually appeared in the movie when he was in his Jeep form and where he actually fought off against Blitzwing, so we can be sure to see this backdrop re-released with the Voyager Blitzwing. I absolutely love the artwork that they've chosen to go with this. Unlike the previous two, this doesn't appear to be a CGI render and does literally just appear to be a artistic illustration, but it looks incredibly realistic, and I actually really hope that they release this image on its own, as it definitely depicts the Offroad Bumblebee in a light that we've never really seen him in, as there doesn't really seem to be too many publicity shots of Offroad Bumblebee in robot mode. We can see here that he is in fact displayed with his arm cannon, and it is ready to fire with a really awesome red energy effect towards the nozzle of the cannon. We can see that this is figure number 57 and is of course the Off-Road Deluxe Bumblebee. Quite honestly, one of my favourite Bumblebee figures that I reviewed. This is definitely an incredibly strong looking figure, and I can't wait for you to all get your hands on them as well, just so you can really see that how much the quality of this new wave of Studio Series has definitely improved even better than it previously was. So that was my very quick, almost update video on some in-package shots on some of the newly revealed Studio Series Deluxes. I think that the box art for each of these figures looks really well done. I'm glad to see Hasbro using more realistic interpretations of the characters' CGI models, as opposed to some of the ones that they've previously done, such as the original version of Dropkick and even the car mode version of Dropkick. None of those were actual screen caps or CGI renders of the actual character designs and were more artistic illustrations. Here we can see that although the Bumblebee does appear to be an artistic illustration, it does definitely look incredibly realistic, and it may even be a CGI render. I've just never seen this CGI render available online, so perhaps this is a piece of unused concept art that they have only reused on this particular Bumblebee. But as stated previously, each of these figures are really well done. This is one of the strongest deluxe waves that I've taken a look at, and of course you can check out my individual in-depth reviews on each of these figures right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down in the comment section below, and be sure to let me know which of these figures, or if or not all of them, you'll be picking up and adding to your collections. Thanks for watching.